この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Natsume Yuujinchou. We're on episode 8. Last week we watched episodes 6 and 7, and both episodes 6 and 7 were really good. Episode 6 was about a swallow spirit, literally the spirit of a young swallow who fell out of her nest and then was saved by a human, but of course when birds are touched by humans, their parents reject them. So her whole family died because of that, which is not so good. But she harbored a lot of like unrequited feelings and love and care for this person who tried to save her and desperately wants to reach out to him. So eventually Natsume ends up entering into a strange competition in order to get a yukata that will allow a spirit to turn into a human for a day and gift it to her so that she can go and interact with this person that she cares about, which is really cool. And as is often the case, we settle her issue and free her from that bond, if you will. Now, episode 7 was a little bit different because, well, it wasn't different, it was just more and better. We met Kogitsune. First off, Kogitsune, I missed a whole bunch of times, but Kogitsune is a boy, a fact which I completely missed despite all of the...
僕も役に立てましたよ。僕が弱いから。僕なんか役に立たない。
こんなもので縛り合いたくない。
母様。男子たる者がメソメソと。だったら一緒にこの森に住んでくれたらいいのに。ね、母様。僕の名前が書いてあります。僕を子分にしてください。
いらないよ。親分子分の関係じゃない。
Yeah, whoops. Kogitsune is a boy. Kogitsune's mom is super dead, which really fucking sucks. And Kogitsune's whole story, as far as we have it so far, hits that perfect note that I'm coming to expect from Natsume, where it's simultaneously heartbreaking and warming and wholesome and awful and depressing and sad and wonderful and beautiful and all of these things all together at the same time. And that's what we got from Kogitsune's story. I mean, it is utterly heartbreaking in that first moment when he first turns to his mom's grave and begins interacting with it, and we go, oh shit. That moment is rough, but every time that he says what I now know is the line that's like, grown men shouldn't cry, you feel it, man. You root for him. You feel it. It was a really good episode. And then even outside of Kogitsune, the elements that occurred to Natsume with the teacups and the invitation to be a member of the family in a more official capacity, or at least a symbolic capacity, was just wonderful. And the whole interaction that we had where we saw Natsume with his desperate joy almost at being given a task to do, being given some way to repay what he sees as an unrepayable debt that he has to these people who have taken him in. Just every element of the episode was really good, and I liked it a lot. I hope we see Kogitsune around more. I really like the character immediately, and I would actually really appreciate if we saw the character kind of grow. I don't know if yokai are capable of... I think they are, in terms of like their mental state and stuff, but I'd like to see Kogitsune mature a little bit and really become that strong person that he wants to be and be able to, defend his little plot of territory from those asshole yokai who are trying to drive him out because they sucked. But all of that is what happened last week. Is it going to have any bearing on what happens this week? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Probably not, though. Probably going to jump into a whole new set of stories. So we're moving into episodes 8 and 9. We're coming up on the end of the first season here. We do still need to introduce the dude with the lizard tattoo that moves. I don't know if we're going to do that soon, or if maybe he's like a big bad. He didn't seem like an evil guy from the way he is in the posters or anything, or an antagonist. I think maybe he'll be like the final conflict, but that doesn't really track. We need to meet him, but I'm kind of just expecting more serial little moments and things, and I'm looking forward to that. So, enough about what we've seen before. Let's talk about what we're about to watch, and then we'll actually watch it. So, the episode 8, I have it up. It's ready to go. It's the CYC version. It is up and ready at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you would like to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy of the episode with the timer-based version, you're welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. All right. Okay. Where is this? Is that the same underwater town area? I don't think so. Who are you? Who are you? Are you a real boy or are you a spirit boy? Mm-hmm. He sounds like Arata. He's got the same kind of accent. Oh, hello. Hi. Spirit's really close to him. Clinging to him? Didn't seem like it. Oh. Yep. Well, now you fucked up. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. A lot. Fleeting light. Okay. Not a possession. Oh. Yeah, the fact that that's possible is huge. Okay, okay, it's like hearing the bells. Hearing Santa's sleigh bells. Oof. Oh, never mind, it's not like that. Okay, good. I think you are assuming some things. Yeah. Yeah, but which direction does that relationship go? What? No. Try Hikari. Fleeting light. Alright, I see you. I see you, Nyanko. You're gonna get yourself killed, but... Full ignore. Yes! Get wrecked, Nyanko. It's terrible. Shut up. Ah, an unfamiliar ceiling. Oh, she's just hanging out. Hmm. She is a little clingy. A little pushy. A little much. Okay. Calling out to him. Did she possess him? No, it doesn't seem so. Oh, okay, hi. I'll give it to Nyanko's voice actor. Some of the background noises that he makes are great. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. This story's gonna be relevant somehow. Something about the Fireflies, maybe? Oh. So she's a fleeting light, a firefly. Seasonal. Fleeting. Okay. I'm sure it's just myth. Alright, is the guy still there? Is he here again? Yeah, he is. Okay. Let's go get his side of the story. Huh? Oh, hello. I think they're friendly toward him. Yeah, I don't think they mind his presence at all. Uh-huh. He thinks he's a spirit. No, he doesn't. Okay. Why do you come here and look? Okay, he doesn't know, but he feels like he has some connection to this place, doesn't he? Alright, we could have gotten more answers. Come on, man. Ask more questions. It's good to know. Ooh. If this were another fail, if we failed another time to find a person, If we fail to find another person, I think we will meet Lizard Man next episode. Because that makes sense, right? If we fail to find him again, or we find somebody whose gift is gone now, we give up, but then we find somebody. You know that feel? Oh. Oh. Surprised you? Caught you? Yeah. And he heard you. And you met. Hello. Uh-huh. Ah, his attitude toward them. Oh. Clong. Hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a curse. Okay, and head pat's the thing. Phase through? No, she can touch him. Okay. Wow, that is not cool. Does he remember that, though? Oh. Like, wipe that smirk off your face. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, too. I think we're all wondering that. And seems like foreshadowing for a one-off episode where he does lose the ability. Actually, we could do that. He could lose the ability and then gain it back by meeting the lizard face guy. You know? It might be. Yeah, right? This curse. Yeah. But now you've got a connection to it and a goal, a mission. But there's a reason not to now. That's very cool. Okay. Oh my god, yes. Yes! Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna pause once we have another cut. Right. But. Some memory, oh, he did ask him. Yeah, what happened? Okay. Huh. She's listening to this, right? Damn. That's rough, buddy. And she just wanted to wish you well. You should marry her. You should marry her. Your yokai friend would be cheering for you, I promise. Oh, shit. Okay, you are gonna marry her. Well, we need a chance to say goodbye? Can we say goodbye? Oh, hello, wife. Wife to be, fiance. Okay, head pets. So, what do we do about that? Ah. She just doesn't want him clinging to her, right? Yeah. That was why she stayed. Because he kept coming back, right? Oh. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Oh, it's so shy. That's super cute. Now break my heart show. Her name was Hotaru. Oh no, she's right there, dude. Oh, yep, you're gonna break my heart. I love you. Oh man. And he kept coming back. We're gonna give them a chance to see each other one more time, right? Something, please, something? Some kind of resolution or catharsis, please? No! Fuck. It hurts. Okay, the mask comes off. It's not you. Actually, it is you. Which reminds me of a Naruto character. Tsunade? I think so. Sorry, that's so off topic for the feel of the moment. I'm sorry. You called that a peaceful dream. I did not find that very peaceful. I found my heart in pain. Hello. No. And I can't be that to you. Yep. That's what she wants. The mask falls. He's not alone. Aww. Is she gonna say I can light his way or something? Okay, I want to see him. Sure, sure, sure. And she's gone. Huh. He eats fireflies? Fucking hell, Nyanko! You could have mentioned that! Yeah, I mean, you could have mentioned that earlier. Thank you, yeah. We should have been doing that from the start. That's pretty dope. No. Wait, is it gonna be the dude? No, okay. I thought it was gonna be like a last minute Takifumi saves her or something. Uh. Ha. Oh, hi. Okay, she has not been eaten. That's good. I'm sorry, it's a coping mechanism. Yep. It's a gorgeous scene. Oh, just the reversed expressions. Are they gonna form her shape? No. Good. That would have been cheesy. Well done, I guess. There's the story. Probably, now that we've asked it that many times. I expect we'll find out relatively soon. Hello. What do you think it whispered? Shit. Okay. I guess we'll find out at some future point. Maybe. Maybe only he could. Wonder what she... Okay, maybe we'll find out. And it'll have a context. Yay. Yay. Happy married. Yeah. Yes. Debatable. I don't think they're that different. Of course you wouldn't. Is he gonna give him head pats? Old bastard. Hey. Yeah? Well, that was a thing. Sometimes these episodes just futility and it sucks. It really does when you can't do anything about it. I'm gonna go look for voice actors. Hey, we are gonna meet him! Holy shit! All right, we're gonna just end. Okay, cool. Holy shit, we called it. Okay, so I was gonna start this discussion with well, first off, some voice actor stuff, but then I was gonna say that I have two possible predictions for the next episode. Either or both. Either or both, Natsume loses his ability to see yokai, or Natsume finally meets somebody who can currently see yokai. Simply because the previous episode was focused on finding somebody who previously could see yokai and can't anymore. So another failure brings us up to a kind of a rule of threes moment where it seems like we're going to have somebody who can actually see yokai and somebody who Natsume can get along with. Although it seems from the outset that they're not going to get along initially. They probably have a different viewpoint on things. We'll see. It's also possible that we'll do both, that Natsume will lose his abilities as well. I fully expect that we will have an episode where Natsume loses his abilities. We foreshadowed it way too hard in this episode to not do that. Okay, I wanted to mention those, but I guess we have our answer. We're going to meet Lizard Face Boy. Cool. Looking forward to it. Now I'm going to continue looking through voice actors. So, what's her name? What's her name? Hotaru is Hoko Kuwashima, who is a lot of people, and then boy dude is Kenji Hamada, who is also a lot of people. Let me find some specific examples. Give me a sec. She plays Tomoyo in Clannad, Yuko in Denocoil, Rose in Full Metal Alchemist, if you watched the sub. And that's about it. She has a shitload of roles. This girl has been in everything, so it's no surprise that she's relatively recognizable. Now, Hamada Kenji, I recognize the name of. Where do I recognize you from, my friend? Oh, well, he plays Chihaya's dad in Chiayafuru. I thought he sounded like Arata. He has the same kind of accent. It's not as strong, but he's got the same kind. That's very interesting. Holy shit, he played a character in Green. I haven't thought about Green in fucking forever. Meh, he's a lot of people in a lot of things. Cool. Okay. All in all, thoughts on the episode. I think it's a pretty good one. I mean, there's allegory here if you want to look for it in like relationshipness, not being able to see somebody who you were otherwise into, or the various other reasons that relationships can fall apart. But of course, it doesn't quite one-to-one connect. It still has that sense of relatability and realness that Natsume has kind of very frequently managed to maintain, which is really cool. And again, just the way that we introduce the plot elements and introduce the characters and things is super wonderful and really good. I found Nyanko's background noises in this episode rather fun, less annoying than usual and more endearing, which is pretty cool. Dreams and thoughts and thinks and things, and of course the ever-present question, will I lose the ability to? And the corollary question that sort of leads from that, how does that make me feel? Because Natsume is a character that, until the course of the story actually started, really hated his abilities and was ostracized and treated like shit because of them, because he's weird and he wants them to go away. But does he? Now that he has a chance to do something with them, now that he realizes that they matter, now that he's forming all these connections via these abilities and finding things that are important to him? I don't think so. I think he realizes that this is worth more than that. And indeed, we've already had Natsume express a desire for self-sacrifice, right? Like, or a willingness for it. That's a better way of saying it. A willingness for self-sacrifice. Sacrificing your ability to be normal in order to continue seeing yokai is a much smaller sacrifice than sacrificing your life in order to save those yokai, you know? So it makes sense that he's down for that. It's pretty neat. But having him actually think about it and run through these thoughts in his mind is good. It puts him in a place, in a state. Okay, I really like her character design. I think she's really cute. These moments where he loses that ability and we get to see how heartbreaking it is as he continues returning to this place and just begging for her to show herself, and she can't because it's not within her power. That fucking sucks. That sucks on both sides. That is rough. And then she turns into a bug, which apparently I think will kill her. Seems like if she turns into a bug, her lifespan becomes the lifespan of a bug, and she's expected to die within like weeks. But she's okay with that because the only reason she was sticking around as a spirit was to be with him because he couldn't let go of her. Oh, it's so weird and cyclical and good. That's cool. And we bring up, the question. Did it go well with the mountain god? Who knows? All right, Yonko, thanks. And she whispered some words to him, and we don't know what those words were. Just don't know. Don't know. Okay, what else? Radakio, meet that guy. Growing up and maturing might lead to a loss of sight as a crucial plot point. Yeah, absolutely. Very important plot point, it seems. I think that's it. Let's move on to the next episode where we're finally going to meet Lizard Face Boy, and I'm really excited because I've been wondering who the fuck this character is forever. So I will take a breaky thingy, do a sinky thingy, and be back in a moment for episode 9. See you in a minute. Peace. Alright, welcome back. We're good to go for episode 9 of Natsume Yuujinchou Season 1. Let's do it. Let's meet Lizard Boy. Woo! Lizard Boy. Lizard Boy. Lizard Boy. Gotta meet him. Alright, I'm done. Sort of. Hello, doggo. What are you? Oh, it's Nyanko. Okay, that makes sense. Takes so much pleasure in the pettiness. Wait, you've got your cat on a leash? Alright. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, you said act like a real cat. There he goes. Squirrel! Well, there's this guy. I wonder if people ship this at all. Nah, nobody ships that. Okay, what is this? Is he an idol or like a... Oh, he's like an idol or actor or person. Well, thank you for expositing background characters. Really appreciate it. What would we do without you? Alright. And he's secretly an exorcist. Okay. Living a double life. Oh, that's actually really interesting. We're pausing. Okay. Yep, got the rope. And does it have an end? You can see me? Oh! You're just a human. Oh, there we go. Alright, so there's the flip side of it. Yeah. Oh. Cold sweats. I don't believe him. Is that her? What's there? What's there? What's there? What the heck? Wait, it's made out of paper. Is it a talisman? Is he attacking? I think so. I don't think it's a yokai. I think it's a talisman. Well. Okay. Using that spiritual strength. Yeah. Hi. You just attacked me with a flying paper man. I think he's the source of the flying paper man. Why you fucking lying? Huh? Oh, shit. Yeah. Alright, we're building this guy up to be a bad guy, but he's not. But we're gonna play into it, which is gonna be cool. Does he have his own book? Or is that a different kind of thing? Alright. Yeah. And now I know a secret that could ruin you. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's just really excited about this. Don't trust it. But do trust it, because eventually it'll make sense. You're not the same. But you can find common ground. But you're not the same. Oh, thanks. Oh, I'm not crazy. Met somebody else who can see ghosts. It's pretty cool. Yeah, kind of been giving him the cold shoulder for a little while, eh? Oh, shit. What a strange coinkydink. Somebody who looks exactly like a famous person? No way! Yep. Not only one or a rock. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought there might be some tension there. This is weird. Yeah. He's the exact opposite, man. He hides his shit by standing out, you know? By having such a vibrant persona that nobody expects there would be something behind it. Well, I'd like to know what you think your job is at this point. Yeah, what do you think you're up to? What does that mean to you? Are you murdering yokai left and right? You know, I've been doing this for a while myself. No. No. Ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, you're kind of creepy. Nope, it moved. Nice sound effect for that. Please explain about your tattoo. Okay. Oh, it's a birthmark. But it moves somewhere else. Oh. And that's how you started and how you became... Oh. I think he's taken it pretty well, in general. Oh, shit. No, please, no. No need. Really not necessary. It's just being strangled by the fucking hair. Hey. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Nyanko. Whoa. Yeah, really genuinely appreciate having you around for this, because I don't trust this guy. Well... No. Well, yeah. Is he gonna try to exterminate Nyanko? Okay. Holy crap. Whew. Oh! That's wonderful. Oh. And what about the masked one? They released something? Sounds like it's that lady. With the noose? Did she kill herself there or something? Huh. Oh. A protector, a guardian. Okay. I don't know. It's just, yeah, that's a strange thing to say when you've got two loyal to you. Ah, you naive kiddo. Yeah, what do you mean their side? We're all people. Oh. That's actually... Mm-hmm. Okay, same line, different context. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's gonna be that masty, okay. But you will. How will Natori take this? Because he needs to find out. I'd like to. I don't think I trust you with certain secrets right now. Oh, hi, buddy. Zero compunctions. Immediately eliminate them. This is my job. Mm-hmm. You dumb kid. Do what you have to do. Oh, I love this conflict. You don't see eye to eye. And yet you came out of it with completely different perspectives. Knew from the outset, yeah. Ah. So somehow introducing those two will change him, I guess. Yeah, stop yanking on my neck rope. I'm right here. And it goes forever. She's tied to a location? A guard dog? Is she a guard dog? Not Tori? Aw, yay. Oh, they tied you here? Oh. A harnessed and forced yokai. Oh. From trying to scratch away at it, trying to remove it. That's Natsume's job. Pull it out. Or let Natori do it somehow. I don't know how that would work. Jesus. Just stuck here until he sees her. Okay. And you smell like him. Oh. But you couldn't because of him? Hmm. I think we can maybe arrange that. What if we just pull that kunai out of the wall and let you go? Okay. Hey, you're wasting your time. I got the real way. Yeah, let's introduce you to who she actually is. Because, yeah. Okay, he does know. I met her a long time. And he believes that she should be exercised. Are you sure? Or is it... Oh, okay, battle now. Nyanko is here, so... Yeah, your chance at salvation is coming, and you're going to kill it. Baka. No. Wanna bet? Also, great lightning effects. They look really good. Hey, yeah. Break it. Break it. Let's go. Yeah, what happens if a human being stands in the center of that shit? Ah, Nyako. What happens if a Nyanko stands in the middle of that shit? Her mask broke? Is that what just happened? And now he remembers. Hmm. And there's his attitude. Just get rid of it before it becomes a problem. I'll remember it. Ooh. Yeah. Really? That's where the line came from. Okay, that's where the line came from. Hmm. And now you get another chance. Well played, Yanko. That it was her? Yeah. How could you not recognize? Okay, whatever. Wait, the circle was intended to do this? Oh shit, he's not bad. Does her mask remain broken like that? I think it does. You know, I think we can make that work, bud. We can totally do that. Let's just not murder each other's yokai before like talking about it. Yeah, we gotta talk this shit out. True. True. Yokai included. Okay, we have a friendo. We have a friend! That's nice. Hey, and she's following. Mask? 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 We don't know. Okay. Hiragi. Reasonable. What does Hiragi mean? Ooh. Oops. Okay. Asagi's Koto. Koto... the instrument? koto instrument. Yeah. Okay. It's shamisen-like, right? I don't see it anywhere. That's okay. Looks interesting and strange. Cool. So, this was episode 9 of Natsume Yuujinchou, and we finally met our boy. We met Natori Shuichi. Bit of a roller coaster in do we trust this character or not? Because we're coming into it with the meta knowledge that we shouldn't have, that he shows up in the OP as like a positive character and doesn't seem like a bad guy. But the whole introduction that we get from him is like pure ominous as much as possible, and we don't really know what's going on with the Hiragi character. And he's just very ominous and spooky. But then that ominous and spooky sort of evolves into, okay, he's not actually like evil, but he's got a different opinion on yokai, one that clashes with our perspective and clashes with the moral like leanings of the show. So we got to deal with that. Instead, we come to a conclusion that like we don't have to agree on everything, which I think is a really mature perspective. I love the dynamic of like, oh, I'm the old timer who knows how things are actually done, versus the newbie who doesn't know and wants to like play by the rules. It's very buddy cop dynamic. You know, you got the old timer who's like driving around the streets, letting petty theft, petty crimes go or whatever, because like, oh, you can't catch them all, whatever. Or is coming down really hard on people on street corners for no reason. And then the rookie's like, why are we doing this way? This isn't right. This isn't the moral way to go about things. And the chief or the older cop is like, you'll learn, you'll figure it out eventually, bud. You can't do everything, right? He's got this sort of jaded mentality toward yokai, and it's only when we reintroduce him to the yokai who changed his life in the first place that he's able to get snapped out of that mentality and go, oh shit, they're kind of people too. Yokai lives matter. Sorry that that's relevant in like the time of the world right now, but like, yeah, they matter too. Yokai matter. Just the general way that we like frame some of these shots where it's not quite clear, at least it's not quite clear on first viewing to me, whether Natori is like intending for this to occur and intending to like, you know, tighten the what do you call that? Tighten the screws. Yeah. On Natsume, like trying to torture him into something, but he's not. He tells his yokai to not act on their own. And then Nyanko arrives. I think this is one of the first times where I've been super thrilled to have Nyanko show up in a situation, because at the very least my expectation is that Nyanko knows what Natori is really about, and whether Nyanko acts on it immediately or not is going to be acting in the interests of ensuring that the book ends up in his hands, right? Or paws. Also, again, lots of great Nyanko in the background noises. When he gets grabbed up by Natsume in this moment, he makes a very funny sound, which I want to hear again. Meow. And off he goes. It's great. Natori laughing at Nyanko is definitely a mood. I feel that. His whole vibe, flanked by these two hot demon ladies, that's pretty neat. He's a pretty baller dude. Pretty baller guy over there. It's kind of cool. All right, so we set up the story and introduce the line, "You're a nice kid, you're just a nice kid," about naivete, which is, of course, an interesting one. There are all these little spooky moments. So we hear a yokai calling us, and I'll be going, I gotta go. And he just the way that we cut here, I'll be going now, walk, and then hard cut to the grab. No, you're not going anywhere. You can tell me anything. We're so alike, you and I. We're on the same team, buddy. It's not actually ominous, right? But it's the kind of thing that an evil character in this situation might do, is like stop and be like, no, tell me about this book of friends that you have. I'm definitely not an evil exorcist trying to gain incredible power over yokai by exploiting your incredibly powerful tool that you happen to have, because you're a naive, moralistic child who doesn't understand the way the world works, and I can use this great power to actually affect real change in the world. You know, the kind of change that I want, like getting rid of all the yokai, wahahaha, or creating a yokai army and overwhelming the world. You know, like, sure, these are all things that I could believe at this point when he reaches out and grabs Natsume and is like, no, tell me everything. Of course, that's not what's going on. But his attitude toward these yokai is completely different. When a yokai attacks Natsume, Natsume tries to figure them out. When a yokai attacks and Natori is around, he stabs them in the fucking skull with a talisman-equipped spear thing. Shit. Is not about that ask questions first, deal with the yokai later. He deals with yokai. That's all he does. And of course, we lean really hard into it, like, ah ha ha ha, by putting the smile on his face, by making his glasses opaque with the glare on them. And then, of course, immediately following that up with, you're just a naive kiddo. Pat, pat, pat. Stupid fucking idiot. Let me kill all the yokai. I particularly like this frame. This is a cool frame. Just right here. I can't approve of this method. And we saw this in the little preview thing in the previous episode, but I think this one's really good. It's a nice emotional frame from Natsume. The lines of his eyebrows and just this whole section is good, and the way that we go fully Dutch on it makes it pretty standout and cool. And of course, Natori just takes this in stride and is like, you're gonna get hurt by that. Okay. Yeah, finally met somebody who can actually see what I can see, but we can't see eye to eye. Really interesting idea there. Okay, and then we run into Hiragi, find out her story. Her story involves his story. The stories collide. We cause the stories to collide, and we fix everything. And we find out that the truth is that Natori was not trying to murderate the yokai. The spell that he was casting, he was hoping that it would work, but it was 50-50 between, like, freedom or it would go a little less good. That's cool. But either way, his job would be done, and the yokai wouldn't be truly harmed. Right? It was that yokai, the curse on her neck has been freed. If it was a helpless yokai that couldn't be freed from its curse, then I wanted to let them go in peace. And if it had gone well, then perhaps the rope would have burned off and it'd be free. Okay, so it's really either way, freedom will occur. Cool. So we find out that any of that ominousness was just direction playing with us, really. And the fact that, well, by the same kind of token, it's hard to understand people, just like it's hard to understand yokai. You have to make an effort to reach out and actually figure out what they want and what they intend. It's not necessarily a good idea to assume things. And that's kind of what we do about Natori here. It's really easy to assume that he's got bad intentions, but he doesn't. And then we find that out. Now, do we agree on everything? Absolutely not, but he's made an offer to help us when we need it, and that's really cool, because we don't get offers like that very often. He's like literally the only person that we know of in the world who could even make an offer like that, because he's capable of seeing the yokai. I mean, Tanuma could, but not really. He can just vibe them. So this is super useful, super important that this happens. Now, Hiragi now is maskless, but in the OP, I feel like we see her with the mask, but I think it remains broken. Because it's broken at the end of this. Does she keep it broken as a reminder of something? No, okay, I guess we just don't know. Alright, what I feel like I've seen her with the broken mask as like a thing. I guess we'll find out eventually. I think it's a really interesting dynamic that we've got this character that is so opposite to the way that Natsume has evolved to like deal with his power. Natori's coping mechanisms are completely on the other end of the spectrum. Instead of avoiding attention, he basks in it, but all of the attention is because of his acting career, right? He has a good front, you know, and he hides in plain sight. That's so interesting. And just like that, in the way that Natsume finds yokai interesting and wants to relate to them, Natori did not. But they come closer to a middle ground in this episode. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Cool stuff. It feels to me like both of these episodes haven't been terribly like relevant for future stuff. It doesn't feel like there's been setup for Reiko things or Nyanko things or like family things or big things. So just a couple more episodic adventures. Now we've got just a couple more episodes before the season is done. And I wonder if we're going to try to like have some kind of climax for the season or just continuing on. Honestly, I'm okay either way. Just we'll have to find out. So this was episode 9, and is it 10, 11, 12, 13, or is it 10, 11, 12? It's up through 13. Great. Perfect. Because if it was up through 12, then we would have to do 3 next week. Because it's up through 13, we can do 10, 11, 12, 13, and we'll be good to go. So we'll wrap there. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Natsume Yuujinchou, episodes 8 and 9. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have. If I missed things or misinterpreted things, I'm sure I did. Let me know in the comments. I'm cool with that. And I hope to catch you next week for episodes 10 and 11. See you there. Peace. Boom. This is a really stupid thing to pause for. And it's a really simple thing to mention. And it shouldn't even really be something to celebrate, right? When things are just done adequately, shouldn't necessarily be a thing to celebrate. But what we have here is a really adequate transition of time passing over the course of an afternoon from midday-ish into sunset-ish. Really nice transition. How do we do it? Okay. Let's see. It's real simple. We do this shot, we have a character thinking inside their own head, and then we fade by zooming into the clouds via the window. Okay, easy peasy. From one scene outside of the room that we're in, our attention goes outward, we phase through the window, we're looking at the clouds going by. The clouds shift, a track starts, one that's somber, or not somber, but like quiet and mellow, time passing, right? It reads, it tracks, it works. The clouds transition, becoming different clouds as time has passed, which is crucial. But more importantly, we have a crossfade, so we see time passing here. And then we have a sequence of settings. A sequence of, oh shit, what's the word for it? Where you shoot a location before you actually shoot to the location. I use this term all the time. Establishing shot. Thank you. Thank you, me. Yeah, we get a sequence of establishing shots. So this establishes time of day. This establishes more of location and vibe. Also, the fact that the lens flare here is, as far as I can tell, entirely hand-drawn, because those rays are custom, I think, is really cool. It's just a cool-looking lens flare. It's better looking than most of them. Slow panning, establishing shot. Slow zooming, establishing shot, cut to closer. Yeah, okay, back and forth. Establish where all our characters are in relation to one another, what time of day it is, where they are currently, everything that's going on, all with a musical motify thing that's going and has a vibe to it. This is excellent, because it's good enough. The only reason that I bring it up is because we've seen some shows recently, Tower of God, that don't do transitions like this. And I'd say that when it comes to skipping past time in a show, like across the course of a day, morning to afternoon, afternoon to evening, whatever, hard cuts are really common. One simple thing that was done in this was just the crossfade of the colors of the sky, from the blue to the orangish. Really effective. Crossfades indicate time passing. It's useful for that, as opposed to a hard cut where it's like we're jumping from one location to another. A crossfade indicates that we're like moving over there, and time is passing during the fade. It's just good. It's just good enough, and I'm really glad that it's here. So I apologize for breaking up the flow of the reaction to just like wax lyrical about a really simple thing that should be standard. The problem is it's not standard, and there are directors and editors who don't know how the fuck to do something like this. So I'm just trying to appreciate one of the simpler things that's going well here in Natsume, because Natsume isn't a show where so far we've gone like above and beyond on the Sakuga front. It's not that kind of show, but solidness is a different set of tools. It's a different set of traits than crazy awesome animation Sakuga blah 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 extravaganza blast. And solidity is something that I've been thinking about more. Partly because of Tower of God, partly because it just boggles my mind that a show can be so poorly constructed as Tog has been so far. Just ineptly put together. Genuinely bad. In ways that like don't exist in art usually. You can't usually look at art and point at it and go, this is fucking wrong. Actually wrong. But there are a lot of things going on in Tower of God that are actually wrong. And then on the flip side of that, at the same time that I started seeing the awfulness that is the production of Tower of God, I was watching the Pot Labor OVAs and movies, which are Mamoru Oshii. And Oshii is, well, I mean his films have exceptional stuff in them, but the focus, as I see it, or a part of the focus of Oshii's work, is that solidity, that just utter, unshakable foundation of intent in every frame, in every scene, in every transition, in the way that they're shot, in the way that the music is incorporated, in everything being together so that it all works as a baseline. And then you can achieve greatness on top of that. I think that there's a flip side example, which is like what happens when you go for awesome over stability. And what I mean is, like, on one end of the spectrum is something like Natsume, a bit of an older show that's solid, but not exceptional in its solidity or beyond or above and beyond. The writing is exceptional so far. The writing is really good, but the animation and production is a pretty standard adaptation, just a really well done one. I think Hunter x Hunter is another example of something that fits. And there's a whole segment of Madhouse history where Madhouse has been for a long time the kings and queens, the royalty when it comes to solid adaptations that aren't mind-bogglingly beyond, but they bring everything to life in the way that the mangaka saw, and maybe better. Hunter x Hunter 2011 is a perfect example of that. I think that Natsume, not a Madhouse show, but is another perfect example of that so far. It's solid, and it doesn't try to go too far above and beyond. But it's popular, and it works because it's so fucking solid. The flip side, and I use that punnily with intention, because the flip side is something like Flip Flappers, a show that is bombastic and enjoyable and crazy and over the top and overambitious and shoots for the moon and misses the target right in front of them, right? Flip Flappers is a show that goes for crazy and fails to have a solid foundation because it just doesn't. There are production issues that just fall apart all throughout. But it does do the crazy things. So that's one side versus the other. And there's a whole spectrum in between. But I just wanted to stop and appreciate the little things a little bit. And I think that's something fitting to do with a show like Natsume that's so focused on the little things and moments. Because this little moment that's really not noticeable at all, it serves one purpose, which is to set a tone and transition us to a time of day and a location. That's it. That's all this does. But it's really good at that job. And there are a lot of instances in modern anime that don't do things like this, even though they would be the right thing to do in most cases. So, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to mention it and show appreciation where I think it's due. Let's continue. Right there. That's actually really interesting as a contrast point to Natsume. We've got a character here who has embraced, as far as we know, I mean, we don't really know this yet, but we do. We know that this character is an exorcist, right? We were told that at the end, and we know because he's in the OP. And also he's got some kind of relationship with this particular yokai who we're about to meet. But we've got this character who, very much unlike Natsume, has embraced that side of himself, but doesn't admit it to the world, keeps it hidden, leads a double life, and is accepted and beloved by society. That's really interesting because that's the thing that Natsume lacks, is that kind of acceptance and even like reverence for him. But he's not an actor. Natsume isn't. So we could learn a lot of really interesting things from this character. This is intriguing. All right, let's continue.